It's 2024. We did it. We're here. We're still alive. Welcome to my channel. According to my watch, it's a new year. Now you might be thinking to yourself, what do I do now? It's a new year, now what? And like for anything in life where you don't know where to start, what do? You make a list. So in this video, I wanted to share with you guys what I normally do when it's a new year, things to do at the end of 2023 to prepare for the new year so that you can go into the new year with a bright, fresh start. And then what else you should be doing to start off your new year. So I got two categories on my list. I got things to be done in 2024, things to do in 2023 in December to prepare for the new year that I normally do. We all want to get started on the right track. It's a brand new start. Everything's fresh. Which brings me to the reasoning as to why I'm starting this in my kitchen. Now, as a person who is 27 years old, you get to a point in your life when you are in your 20s where you're not feeling 20 anymore. I don't know how else to put it. I don't know what else to say. You get to the point, no matter how many years go by and how much you age, you still feel like you're 19. You're still kind of stuck in that mentality of everything is new to me, I'm an adult now, I can do whatever I want type of mentality. But then you get to the ripe, beautiful age of 27 and you start to realize, oh my gosh, I'm almost 30. And you don't intentionally realize it. You realize it when things on your body start hurting or you start doing things that you did when you were 19 and they don't necessarily work for you anymore. I've gotten to the point where I am now there. I can no longer eat toaster strudels for breakfast every morning. So to start out my new year, first things first, I'm gonna start it with eating a normal breakfast. My goal is to go from here on out eating normal breakfasts that are healthy for you and that aren't just pumped full of sugar. That is why we were starting in the kitchen. We're checking that off the list right away. And I mean, we haven't even made our list yet. While we are waiting on those to cook, I figured we could real quick start our list. I'm gonna put it up on the screen for you guys so that you know what we're checking off. When it comes to you writing your own list, if you want to do this, I always start with things that I have been procrastinating throughout the year, the previous year, 2023, or whatever year you are now on. Because I don't want those on the back of my mind anymore coming into this new year. I just want a clean, fresh slate, nothing on my mind, all new possibilities. Something that I've really been putting off because it hasn't really needed to be done, that I normally do every year starting in November. This year we have had an insanely warm winter, and normally in November I put up all the plastic on the windows that need to be put up in order to save on energy and heat. Now I notice next week it is going to be in the negatives, so now it's finally dropping down to actual winter temperatures. I'm gonna put on my list is I need to put plastic on windows. Now going back to what I said earlier about eating healthier and how I have been eating like I'm still a teenager, this year I want to start a family. Going along with that, I need to be eating healthier. And I got my little spawn in there. They're getting the proper nutrients. So we're starting off with breakfast, but another thing that needs to be done is what we have been doing, my wife and I, what we normally do when it comes to other meals is we normally just don't eat lunch, which I don't feel like is going to suffice if a person is pregnant. I need to start eating at least 3 meals a day. When it comes to lunch and dinner, we either just don't eat or we just wing it and we say last minute, what are we gonna eat? And then one of us tries to run to the store or go somewhere to get food. For Christmas, the last couple of Christmases, my mom has gotten me recipe books. And so I figured I would pull out some recipes from there, write down some recipes that I feel like I could manage and that I could handle, just to have those in my arsenal so that when it comes down to, okay, it's lunch, it's dinner time, what do we need to eat? We're not scrambling trying to find food last minute. We already have something, something ready to be prepared. We're starting off 2024 with recipes for dinner/lunch. I got my eggs right here. Next on my list is after Christmas time, depending on how you celebrate Christmas, sometimes you'll have some things laying around that you unwrapped and you haven't maybe put away yet or you haven't fiddled with yet or anything. So for me, I do have a couple of those items still laying around. So I need to put those items away or slash put to use. Another thing for the new year is I always obviously get a new calendar. So I need to put up my new calendar. Something that I always do on New Year's Eve, what I normally do is I will clean the entire house. All the laundry is done, everything is done. I'm just starting myself off on the right foot because we're trying to do that snowball effect. That way, starting right into the new year, the house is already completely clean, all the laundry's done, dishes are done. I just completely do a really good deep clean. That obviously I have already done. I didn't want to do a whole video of me cleaning, but something that I always also do right at the beginning of the new year is I will go through my pantry or cupboards or my fridge and I will throw out things that have now expired because it is now 2024. So I always go through and anything that says 23 on it or 2023 on it, I just toss. That is something I'm gonna put on the list. And then it also kind of starts as like a 2-in-1. Whereas, yes, you're throwing all that stuff out, but then you get all this extra space in your cabinets, in your pantry, in your fridge. While you're at it, you can kind of maybe organize things a little bit while you're doing it. Then you go into your new year with fresh new cabinets. I'll make sure I clean inside. Appliances really good, like inside my dishwasher or washers, dryers, microwaves, things like that. Things I've done in the past that I don't feel like I need to do this year because I did a pretty good job at maintaining those this year. I have a lot of house plants, so I will usually do something with those, like if they need to be repotted or if they need to be moved to a new location, so on and so forth. That I will be doing, but I'm going to be doing that in a completely different video. I do have fish tanks. I make sure I just clean those really good before the new year. I have a filter system that sits on the ground, but they're one of the bigger ones that sit on the ground. I'll normally completely open that apart, change everything out, clean all that. I have already done all that. I did all that at the beginning of December. I mean, I still clean the fish tanks weekly. I also recently moved into this house, and by recently I mean like 2 years ago, but to me it still feels really recent. We finally started completing all the chores and things that need to be done because we bought this house as is, and there was some things that needed to be done. We just finished painting the cabinets. Aside from that, I think that is everything that I'm going to be accomplishing in this video. Actually, I got one more thing. I made a video a little while ago of me converting an area in my garage, in my workshop, to a gym, essentially. We do use it and we love it out there, but in the winter we don't. I mean, our garage is heated. It's still, for me, like working out, especially as somebody who doesn't like work out. I don't use the gym out there in the winter. I use it in the summer, but in the winter I don't really use it as much as I would like to. But when you're unmotivated already as it is, it just adds an extra step of something that you don't want to do. I don't want to put on my jacket, walk out in the cold. Then when I get in the garage, I have to change my snowy shoes, put on different shoes, and it's like a whole process. Long story short, I also recently got a new cat, Edward. If you've seen that video. I got him, I put him in his own little bedroom. As you know, he has now been here for a couple of months. I have since moved him out of that bedroom, and now he has the whole house opened up to him. He can go wherever he wants. I've taken all his stuff out of that room, and that room is now just essentially a completely empty room. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to bring in some of those gym equipment items that I have out in the garage and just kind of set up like a little temporary area upstairs for me to work out. I don't know, I don't want to have 2 workout areas in my house. Well, on my property. It's already hard enough to get back into working out if you haven't been working out, and so all those extra steps that I have to do just to work out is a lot for me. So I think if I just brought some of the things inside, obviously I'll leave the bigger things like the bench press, the treadmill, like the bigger things out there, because come summer I'm just going to move everything that I put up in the bedroom back outside, and I want it to be a quick, easy, painless process. And I also want it to be quick and easy because that room is the room that we're going to be using for our nursery. So that is something that I want to do, and so I'm going to put that on my list. It's funny because I have so many like fancy coffee cups, and this is the one that I always go to. I have in front of me, now these are not sponsored at all. These I got as a gift from my mom. I'm gonna give the person the benefit of the doubt. I'm sure they're amazing. Well, I got 2 different ones actually. This is the volume 2. What we are looking for is cheap, minimal ingredients, and easy. Meals that I can have ready to go, and meals that I can at least use for 2 days. Hello, it's me again. New location. Hi, Alexa. Come here. Be in the video. Come here.
Show everybody how big you are. My name's Alexa and I'm a big girl.
So I'm gonna go through the canned items that I have up here. I had a video that I posted a couple months ago of me converting these cabinets, which I had pretty much nothing in, into like a little pantry area because this house didn't come with a pantry. So I'm gonna go through those cans right now and see if anything's expired. And if anything is expired, then I put it on the list, grocery list of things that we need to buy. So there are some things that I did recently buy, like all the squirts, cans, drinks I just recently bought, so I don't even have to look at those. As far as water goes, I don't throw out expired water. I mean, it depends on how expired it is. If it's like 5 years expired, then yeah, I'll throw it out. If it's only like a year expired, a year or two, I'm not gonna throw it out because you never know when the world's gonna end and you're gonna need that water, because realistically you can boil water if you needed to, if it was like really expired. So that I don't really look at. These I don't need to look at, so I just need to look at the food. Yeah, this one's expired. I mean, not bad. We only had 5 cans we had to toss. We did just get done finishing painting our cabinets. When we were doing that, we did go through and we threw away all the food in those cabinets that were expired already. So I don't have to do that luckily this year, but it is something that I normally do. So all I have left is to go through the fridge, and all that we need to go through in here is just the condiments, because the actual food itself I throw out weekly when we do our grocery shopping. That's old. Can you read this? That looks much better. Okay, we are in my office now. I have crossed off 2 things off of the list. On my desk over here, as you can see, there's kind of like a clutter mess. This is just my list and everything, so this isn't normally here. But over here is, I have some clutter. And so I want to go into the new year with getting rid of as much of that as possible. And then I also need to hang up my new calendar in this room, put away some of the Christmas stuff that I haven't gotten to like unpacking or doing anything with yet. I'm not going to show you the front, but I have this envelope, but it's essentially like a list of a whole bunch of things that I needed to do, like doctor's appointments I need to make and bills I needed to pay, and for some reason I wrote them all on here, and then I've just been like crossing them off as I go. So going into the new year, I have 2 more things on here out of like the 20 things I had. So 2 more things on here that I need to get done before the new year. I have like things I wanted to hang up. I got these. I just need to get some frames for them first, but essentially I want to hang these up. I got these for Christmas. This is my new calendar for the new year, and so I need to hang this up. And then this, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with. It was just kind of something that I found, and this is like my happy place, so I don't really care how cluttery, and I don't care that I have Harry Potter stuff hanging up, Wentworth stuff hanging up, Star Wars stuff, Justin Bieber stuff. Like, there is no rhyme or rhythm. I'm just hanging up stuff that makes me happy. I don't know how many things I'm gonna hang up, so I might just toss that. And then I have this camera bag that I got for Christmas. I'm not trying to flex on materialistic items. It's just something that I need to find a spot for. But I need to find a spot for this. I also got one of these for my new streaming setup that is coming up. This was like one of the last things that I needed. All that I have left that I need to order is a mic arm, but I do have a mic. You don't necessarily need a mic arm, but eventually I'll get one of those. But this was the last thing that I felt like I needed to have a successful stream. So I need to unbox that and kind of get that set up. I have this extension cord that I'm going to be using for an upcoming video of something I'm going to be doing in my office. That might stay on my desk, otherwise I will completely forget that I have it. I have a couple boxes of these on my desk that I'm using for that future video that I'm talking about. There's an area in this room that I'm going to be remodeling. I got some lights for. So as of now, they're just sitting on my desk taking up space. Then, as you can probably see, I got some major dust going on my desk. Maybe you can't really tell, but my keyboard, you can't really tell, but in between the keys is getting a little dirty. My mic is getting a little dusty. All right, I did some things here in my office that make me feel less stressed about the new year. I hung up my new calendar. Here it is. I did get rid of some of the clutter over here. As you can see, I'm about to open this, so that'll be gone. These things right here, I ordered picture frames, and once those get here, I can hang those up. And then that list of stuff that I still have left to do, I'm going to tackle when I'm done filming this video. And then I kind of just like put my camera case over here. And then these I'm probably just gonna keep here for now until I film that video, but that's one of the next videos that I'm gonna film. But I also dusted as well. So I wanted to open this for you on camera. I know everybody probably has one of these by now. Everybody probably knows everything there is to know about them by now. I mean, it's not a new thing, but I still thought it would be fun to open on camera. This is what it looked like. There she is. And I'm not gonna like actually set it up yet. I'm not gonna actually like connect it to my computer or anything yet. I'm just taking it out of the box and finding a spot for it on my desk for now. Came with this kind of cool kind of cord. I like how it like, you know, goes at 90 degrees. Since this looks like it could possibly be used, I think maybe it was just packaged weird, honestly. I think that's what it was. Put this somewhere on my desk. Pretty simple. I just put it right there, right by my mouse hand. Yeah. Desk looks much cleaner. I got those things hung up. All right, I'm up in my bedroom now, and I'm going to be doing the window up here. This is what the window looks like we're going to be doing. It's definitely an older window, so I make sure that I put plastic on this every year. That's what that looks like. Also, ignore that mess over there. That's not my side of the bed, that's my wife's side of the bed. That's her life, that's her problem. First things first, I'm going to be taking down the curtain and the curtain rod so that I don't have to deal with that being in the way. And as I'm up here, I can feel the cold air just rushing in. All right, the whole thing came off the roll, so I hope it's long enough. Definitely not long enough. It's like just short. Let's see, I have another roll. Let's see. Oh, they're both just short. What to do, what to do? Like, why do you have to put plastic on windows? When they make windows, why don't they just make them in a way as to where no air comes in through them? I mean, we can make rockets and smartphones and AIs, but we can't make windows that are properly sealed. It's the government's world. I'm just living in it. This is where I'm at with the window. I put all this down here because it was not long enough, so I had to tape it down here. I know it doesn't look the prettiest, but we literally never open up the curtains ever. And so right now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to tape the second piece of plastic onto the first. I don't even know if it's gonna be worth it to try to blow dry this because I don't even know how well of a job I did having to use two plastics and tape them together. I'm gonna try to blow dry it. I was able to get it looking semi-okay. That is all for today, guys. Hello, everybody. It is the next day for me. I'm up here now, currently, in, as you can see, the room that I'm going to be using for my future nursery. But for now, since I don't have any kids, I'm going to be kind of converting this little area up here into like a little kind of workout area for me. And so what I did is I got some of the stuff out of my gym in the garage, just some kind of basic items out of there that I could bring up here in this room so that I could at least maintain a healthy weight. I didn't really bring anything major up like treadmill, bench presses, anything like that, or any really heavy weights. The dogs are checking it out right now, so that's what you hear in the background. This is the current room. This is the stuff that I brought in, kind of like minor items, exercise ball, you know, yoga mats, just some like more lighter weights in there, you know, fan, not really too much, honestly. This is the room as you've seen in previous videos. I recently got my new cat, Edward. I put him in this room. This is a couple items for the nursery. You can tell how small this closet is over there. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get either of these to fit in that closet. The closet itself is huge, but just the door is small. But if everything goes as planned, what I would like is I would like to be able to put the changing table and that bed that you've seen and get them somehow to fit in the closet so that they're not in the way when you're trying to work out. And then one of the reasons why I didn't bring up too many things, I have a spare TV that I'm not using that's in one of my spare bedrooms that I don't use. And so I was gonna bring that TV in here, and I have a lot of like P90X and workout videos, or we could just use YouTube for yoga, workout videos or whatever. And so I'm gonna try to bring that TV up here, see if I can get it to fit up here and working and then connected to the internet and everything. It looks like I just need to remove just these. That seems to be all, and then I can get it to fit in the closet. So, excuse me, move. There's a decent amount of stuff in here. It's pretty much all stuff that we need for the nursery. So I just need to find a spot in here to put the bed. It is time for the hard part. I got the bed taken apart. It was actually quite simple. So here we go. I just disconnected this from the headboard. So now the hard part is going to be trying to get this, because it's actually two pieces. So the hard part is going to be trying to get it in here in this small little opening without this falling apart. We have success. I'm shocked I got that to fit in that small closet. I'm gonna move the baby changing table over here on this area so the TV can be on this side of the wall, and then you have the whole rest of this area to work out.
Alexa found a dead moth she wants to eat, and I tell her, no, you can't eat that dead moth. It's been there for months probably. Don't get snippy.
All right, now we just pray and hope that the TV will fit on this length. When you're over here, you'll be able to see the TV. That will be on that thing. I put it right by the plug-in. This is the moth that Lexa wanted to eat. TV looks pretty good. I mean, it fits. I kind of had to prop it up on these just because of the lips. But it's relatively stable. And then I'm gonna be putting some things down here for working out. I found this. We have like the whole collection. I'm gonna put that in here. This TV I had since I was like 17 when I was still living at my mom's house, and this is a TV that I bought. I am now 27, so it's been like 10 years, so we shall see what happens. It turned on right away. I need to bring up a DVD player up here for the discs or the DVDs that I just brought up, and I do have a spare DVD player. Now I have something to use it for. All I have left really aside from that is to roll out the yoga mat. Roll out. Roll out, roll out, roll out. It's not what this room is for. Hello? I just put these on here to get it from, you know, to get it flat. I'll probably have to keep those there for a couple hours, but that's where that's gonna be. I'll take these off obviously in a couple hours. Just put these over here. Obviously the ring light's not gonna be in here. It's just in here for the video. I put this in the corner for extra stuff. I put everything else in here that we needed. And there is enough room to use 2 yoga mats if we wanted to work out at the same time in here. Oh, wait. Braxton's ready to work out. You ready to work out, sweetheart? You wanna show us how this room works? You gonna work out? Okay, I'm ready. I'll give you a countdown. I absolutely cannot wait for Brandy to get home because, I don't know, something that I feel like will make her happy and kind of brighten her day a little bit. I mean, she goes out and works out in the garage here and there, but I think this will really brighten her day because now she'll be able to work out a lot more inside of the house. But I feel like I accomplished a lot. I mean, we got this new workout room figured out. We got that done. We got the plastic on the windows. We got that done. I put some things away and hung some things up downstairs in my office, and I hope I gave you guys some inspiration or maybe some guidance as to how to start your new year off. Hopefully this video isn't too late and you guys can still get some inspiration, you know, make a list or do whatever you need to do. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate all of your support. So I will see you guys on the next vlog. Do you want to say bye, Alexa? Oh, you pissed because Braxton has her toy? Bye! We'll be right back.